Hey guys, it's P. Gamboa here, and in today's episode we'll be installing the Illuminated Door Sills for the 1516 Tahoe Suburban into my 2016 Silverado. From what I've been reading, this kit is a direct fit, part number 2293-3513. It is the illuminated door sill, connects to the cargo lights. We'll get these installed and we'll see how this looks. To remove the door sill, just pops up here along the side. You've got two retainer clips that will come away towards you, so we'll get that popped off. Like so. On the back you've got those two retainer clips, and on the bottom they look just like that, so it just pops up and out. Let's do a side-by-side comparison with the illuminated version. So here's the illuminated door sill pulled out. Doing a quick side-by-side comparison. It is virtually an identical sill to the stock model. Let's take a look at the back side here. Got your connection in the back, 2-pin. I believe it's a Molex connector down to your sill. So we'll get this installed. Looks like it comes with a harness. Let's get this uncoiled here. So I've got the harness uncoiled, and what we've got going on here is we've got a passenger side connector and then your driver side connector, so you've got enough of a wire loom to route that under your dash across to each side of the door sills. So here on the driver's side you've got a little pigtail that comes out for your ground connection. There's a bolt in the door connector or the door jamb for that ground connection we can tap into, and this pigtail is going to be how we're delivering the power circuit to it. It's a gray wire. I'm presuming this connects into the X61 junction box, the same spot where we would tap our cargo lights. I believe this ties into the cargo light system. Essentially how this works is we're going to remove the existing terminal that's in the cargo box slot, cut the terminal off, land the terminal into this butt splice connector, and then insert this guy, so it essentially is a splice off of the cargo lamp. So it looks to be a fairly simple installation. This might be the hardest part here, is getting into that connector where this lands on, but once you've got that landed and your ground landed, it should be just plug and play into the connector. So we'll get this installed. So before I actually run the harness, I just wanted to do a test fit, and as you can see it does fit in nice and well. Everything connects in just like the stock sill does, so I will remove it and we will get that harness installed. So since the terminals of where I thought this cargo lamp was going to land are different, that led me to do some more digging, and there's another spot where we can actually tap the cargo lamp, and that's going to be in this BCM. This gray connector right here is going to be your cargo lamp or your dome lamp circuit, this gray wire here in this bottom right corner. So I'm going to pull this guy out, we'll take a look at it and see if that's our spot. If it is, it's going to be the same concept. So we're going to remove this terminal, cut the end off, land the cut end into this guy, and insert this one in its place. Now for the terminal insertion on the BCM connector, this one's going to be a little bit different. You're going to have a terminal position assurance connector, a TPA here at the top of the connector, and there's going to be a flat blade screwdriver we want to get in there, and we're going to lift this guy upward. So let's get that up and see what it'll take to get this guy out. Alright, so I did do a cross check real quick, and I tried inserting that terminal into this empty cavity, and it does fit. You can see the groove there on the right side matches up with the groove of the terminal there. So it looks like it does indeed go into that slot. And to remove these terminals, you're going to want to take a pick tool, and if you notice here, not on this rectangular spot, but the one just above it, right in there, you'll see a locking tab that needs to go to the right. So you take a pick tool, get it in there on the left side, push that tab to the right, and that should release the terminal. Here's the terminal removed, and as suspected, this is the correct location. So comparing this with the one that comes with the harness, it's a direct fit. So we're going to insert the new harness terminal in. We're going to cut this terminal off, strip some wire back, and land it into this butt splice. All right, so that's what it looks like. So the original terminal that was in this dome lamp spot was removed. The terminal end was cut off and stripped, butt splice, and the new terminal gets inserted into its place. So that's how you make the tap there. And there's going to be another portion of this harness for the ground, and looks like we get a pre-spade terminated end here, and we're going to go ahead and tap that into that bolt right there. I'm guessing that's where it's going to go. So we'll get that installed. Once that's installed, you plug your connector back in, run your harnesses to the driver's side and passenger side kick panel area right around here, and plug it in, and that should do it. I took the bolt out, and the actual bolt itself is too large to fit through the spade, and I wondered why we had all this excess loop. So it looks like if you come down the door sill, you've got a spot right here where this will latch onto, and it looks like they've given you enough of a loop there to make that run down the door sill. So you do have to remove that guy if you want to hook it up the way I think the factory wants us to do it. So that's where we'll tap it. All right, so I've got my ground wire loom landed right here, and we're going to run this through this channel. I'll probably pop these zip ties off and get it underneath there, and then re-zip tie that. So we'll get that cleaned up, and we'll put the door sill on, and we'll give it a shot. We'll give it a test. Well, I'm about ready to run the wire harness to the passenger side door sill, and I haven't really found a good place, so I think I'm going to run it underneath this guy, just along the sides here, all the way down to this area here. So I tried going through the back of the glove box, but I could not get past the other side, and I can't see, so I think I'm going to go for this route down here. So stay tuned. All right, guys, so I've got the bottom cover put back in place. It was a little bit of a pain to get off. You've got some 7mm bolts here. There's one back here in the corner. That was really hard to get out. So I took those bolts off, lowered this cover, and I ran the harness through and ended up on this side. So we'll go ahead and get that side taken off now. Well, I've got everything put back together, and I am all complete. They are working, you can't tell, but there you go. Illuminated door sills in my 2016 Chevy Silverado. These are from a Suburban and Tahoe. Install took me about an hour. Of course, I was recording the entire time, so it took me a little bit longer to do that as well. And we'll get some shots of this thing lit up at night. So there you have it. Alright guys, it's nighttime, and just wanted to show you the illuminated door sills on my 2016 Chevy Silverado LT. The installation is finished. There they are. They are tapped into the dome light. So if I go to turn the switch off, everything's dark. And with the dome light on. It's kind of hard to tell on the video here. It shows up as white, but it's more like the blue that you see in the trims on your buttons. So there you have it. If you have any questions, let me know. Leave me some comments. Thanks for watching, guys. Till next time.